Um, well, I'll say this real quick, and I'll say it again when he comes. Basically, we just kind of talk about the match. We're gonna slow it down. We just talk about one game, not the whole set,
Oh,
and um, we can do it one of two ways. We can just kind of look at it in general, or we can try to look at a specific situation.
well, I'm really instinctive, so like when I'm watching something, I kind of just like have random thoughts about like what's going on, like what I was thinking or what he was thinking or what I thought he was thinking or what he thought I was thinking.
Okay.
Just random stuff.
All right. Um, the situation I'm really curious about, I'll tell you right now, is when Puff is next to Fox. I guess on Battlefield specifically, when he's under this platform shooting lasers, and she approaches him. Um, we're it what we've kind of seen is that it seems like short hop's better, like approaching him with a short hop, but then dealing with him jumping on the side platform. Um, I guess just in general, like an approach in neutral is what I've been having the most problem with. So I'm going to be looking at that a little bit, but at the match in
Yeah.
general. So
Okay, can you guys hear me?
Well,
Abu, are you there?
hello?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we can hear you fine, dude. What's up?
What up?
What's up, Avi?
Hey, Colin. How's it going?
Pretty good.
Is
Well,
this,
yeah.
on the is this streamed?
Yes.
Oh, wait, I found it. Okay.
Yeah, this is streamed, and I'm just starting out, so there's not a million people. There's 500,000 people watching, so yeah.
Not quite in the big numbers yet.
Yeah, but so what the main goal is, we're just streaming it, and then I just archive it on YouTube. That's what I'm gonna do.
Okay.
And we're
Did
just
you tweet
gonna
out the,
say what?
you tweet out the stream?
Yeah, I tweeted up. My goal is kind of to build up a archive, I guess, of the different popular matchups, and then go from there once we get the groundwork here. So Abu, I was telling Colin, or Abby, I was telling Colin that we just we're just gonna slow down the match, go over this one game, and specifically, I'm gonna be looking at like how Hungry Box approaches Colbol, and then how Colbol deals with that. But we can be also looking for other stuff. So
Is this like kind of old? Shouldn't you watch like a newer set?
this is 6 months ago, man.
Dude, like I feel like Hungry Box changed his game a lot from 6 months ago.
From
to now.
HTC. All right, that's a good point.
In that case, I mean, there's a monthly where we played as well, I believe.
Are you talking about CFL SmackDown, Colin?
I think so. It was in those past month or past 2 or 3 months.
Okay, we can look at those. Do you remember the number of the SmackDown?
I'll try to find it.
I'm looking at Polarity's
You
channel.
could search Colbol or Hungry Box on the channel itself, and then it'll only show you those videos where they're playing.
There's a Come to Papa tournament. Oh, on the channel you can search?
Yeah, you can. If you go to the top,
Okay.
there's like where you see that magnifying glass next to about.
Yeah.
I think
No,
I
no,
found
it's
it.
like okay.
Right here, the search.
Yeah, and if you just
There's
type
winners
Hungry
finals
Box
and
or
grand
Colbol,
finals.
like
Can we look at winners? You want to look at winners finals?
So in winners finals, he 3-0s me, it looks like, and in grand finals, I do better.
Okay, well then let's look at grand finals.
All right. Do you need the link or did you find
yeah,
it?
Yeah, could you send me the link? That'd be more optimal, because I'm stuck on SmackDown 67. Okay. So, let me do some YouTube magic here. Turn down the volume. Settings. Okay, we've got our settings right. Oh, it's Marsful. Commentating the match. Alright.
Yep. Here, give me 1 sec.
Yeah, sure. Alright, can y'all both see my screen?
yeah, I can see it.
Okay.
Wait, are you two going to pound?
Cobalt is going to pound.
Okay, you're not going.
No.
Damn it. Actually, I figured you weren't actually because you're not on the Puff crew.
Yeah, I'm not on the Puff crew. And I'm not going to pound, so All right.
It's got-
This guy's not on anything, man. Okay, so here we go. Oh, real quick, Colin, do you just want to take like a minute and just paraphrase? You said you like to play in the moment, but is there any general thoughts you think about, like in neutral versus puff when
Well,
you go into
well,
it?
what I was gonna say to what you were saying earlier was about the neutral and all that was basically just Hungerbox is like the best at that. So all you have to do is just watch what he does, and it's really good. Because I guess the whole neutral game is just about like Fox and Jig switching from being like offensive to defensive, like because Fox can either run away a lot and use a lot of lasers or try to get in a lot and build up a lot of damage with like his aerials and stuff. So switching between those two, you have to do that a lot because Jigs has like good answers to both of those strategies. So you just have to like mix it up a lot.
Gotcha.
Hungerbox is good at like predicting when I'm switching it up, basically. So like, I might be too aggressive at first, and he'll wave dash back and up throw rest me or something, and then I'll try to, be more defensive. But then he immediately starts like closing space with like back airs and stuff and putting pressure on me, so that my lasers aren't as effective because he's like getting really close and stuff.
Okay. Yeah, that's one thing where that I guess that's the one thing I want to look at is when he's getting closer to you and putting pressure on you, how he's doing that and still staying relatively safe. 'Cause
Yeah.
it's really hard to react to Fox naring at you when you're coming close.
Yeah.
Abu, is there anything like to add about the matchup just in general? Because I know you said you feel like you've been improving a
There's
lot.
actually a lot. Like I feel like everything Fox does, Puff has an answer to lately. I felt like that.
Okay, so you're more like in the rock paper scissors zone versus
Yeah,
Fox.
like I think it's a lot like rock paper scissors, but also I think so like every once in a while Puff has to go for a mix up. I think because the risk reward is really good. Like just for getting one grab, you can convert it to rest. But so like you can like what Hungrybox is really good at doing, especially versus Armada, is like he plays super safe, and then like he gets Armada in like a bad position just by being really solid, and like Armada generally likes to corner himself, and then he likes to go in with a mix up and try to get a kill.
Right.
I think that's a really good way to play against Fox as Puff for sure.
Okay. Knowing that, we're gonna dive right in here. And the first match is on Battlefield. Let me hang on.
Yeah, Hungerbox. One thing Hungerbox is so good at is just being so like elusive and good at not getting hit too often.
He's good at putting himself in spots where like Fox has to actually commit to try to hit him. You know.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's see it in action.
Are you playing this at like half speed or something?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's why we're only going over one game, and
Okay.
I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Most of the time, we stream for about an hour, and most of the time we don't get through one game. So
We'll see how it goes.
yeah. All right. So.
Yeah, basically, I just picked, one of those things. I was like, I'll start lasering, I guess, because he's usually defensive, and he just starts going in. That's all that happened so far.
Yeah, it looks like you your intention was to laser, but still take stage, like still have stage control, and I guess you picked up on that right away. One thing he does here though, and this is actually one of the unique things Hungrybox does, is hang on, I didn't go far enough back. Is the way that he hits you here. So most puffs would have already had fared, right? Like when they're jumping at you, they would have already fared. But he delays his aerials, which is honestly one of the most unique things he does.
Oh
And-
yeah.
Yeah.
And so that's why you weren't actually able to crouch cancel this and get as much of a punish as you could have if he'd fared earlier.
Exactly. Like, if he does it earlier, then I can just punish with whatever.
Yeah. So it looks like he went in with the intention of just taking space and maybe reacted to the fact that you were in front of him and didn't necessarily go in with the intention of hitting you. Which,
Well, yeah, you saw like my gun was still out when like he went to hit me, so like that was, bad on my part. He was just capitalizing on.
yeah, it looks like y'all had the same kind of like general game plan of let me just take the center versus this guy, but you were committed to a laser and he wasn't committed to anything. So
Yeah, yeah.
but Puff it can't really get anything off of an aerial at 0 if you play it right. Oops.
There should be a kill.
Yeah, I just like mess up there, and then this part's always tricky because he's gonna try to like,
Okay, you know what you can do to dodge that actually? You can like DI it so that you like, hit the edge of the platform and then.
Oh, and then slide off.
Yeah, that's what KJH does. So when I actually stopped doing the up air tech trap. I just waveland and try to regrab.
Yeah, I just don't have enough experience, I guess, to.
Okay.
to
Yeah,
do
yeah.
that.
I think that's definitely the best way to dodge it.
Or I just
Oh,
didn't
yeah.
think about that.
Wizzy,
Like
we
do a
looked
no
at-
tech. Oh, go ahead, Soft.
Oh, I was just gonna say that, Colin. We looked at Wizzy versus HBox like a week or two ago, and he hit the edge every time. Hungrybox
Damn.
put him above him.
You have
Yeah.
to. So first, this is like two things. So like the first thing is don't tech the platform because if you do that, you get locked out if you miss the edge thing. And the second thing is you can try to DI the up air to hit the edge and escape. So I would go for both those things for sure.
And the way to that Puff can counter that if they're being really good, because Drug Fox is really good about waiting to tech the up air, so you can just not up air and then just rest them when they land and don't tech on the platform.
Dude, you know you could actually waveland jab reset rest. It's fast enough. So that's what I waveland and I can react to the techs with grab, and then if they don't tech, I can react jab reset rest still.
You can still hit jab.
Yeah,
Wow. All right, that's pretty cool.
I did it to Muta King at when we played on Saturday.
Wow, nice. Yeah, that might be the next step if they're really good at this. And I guess if it beats everything, it's just, yeah. I mean,
Yeah, it covers everything. It's pretty good. But the up air thing is good if you're feeling lazy and you know they like don't know how to do the edge thing because it's like I think almost everyone just like misses it and then you get the rest. So Hungrybox still does that.
Yep. But not Colbol.
Yeah.
Colbol doesn't miss the tech on that.
So let's see what he does. He probably doesn't
Yeah, I'm
aerial.
just rolling in.
Yeah. I noticed whenever a fox techs, he likes to do these like aerials that take up and
He pretty much
multiple
covered
options.
everything.
Yeah.
Like with that, like it resulted in like a weak hit, but it covered a lot of options there.
Yeah, one of the benefits of doing this is, so a lot of there's a lot of like analysis in the Puff, like I guess back room right now, or the Puff R&D group, and people are trying to figure out like how to cover all the options with different moves. But one thing in doing that is it's basically a multi-choice reaction, I think, or a choice reaction maybe is what it's called, and you have to use significantly more mental resources to cover different options with different options, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So Hungrybox is really good about making everything a simple reaction. Like here, he's like, okay, he teched, I'm just going to aerial everything. And that allows him to save a lot of mental resources and be more consistent with it,
Yeah.
which is kind of interesting. Wow. There.
Yeah.
What, were you reacting to the up tilt there? That's pretty awesome.
Yeah, I guess thought I was gonna come in, but I was just committed to just seeing what he was gonna do, so I could just
And you
react to the up tilt and.
So that was one of his mix-ups. Like I think he knew like you could possibly not get hit by it, but if you do get hit by it, he gets a kill, and he's at a low percent, so he only takes like an up air. So,
Yeah, and Fox does like is really fast, and he can come in at any time. So like
Yeah.
a lot of times you just, want to throw a move out in case he's running in at you.
like I think Puff needs to do stuff like that to win. You have to just pick the right times to do it, so you get the most reward for the least risk.
Gotcha. Alright, well, I see you went for a back air instead of an up air. Is that because you weren't sure if you could tech on that platform?
I go for back air a lot, especially or not at like the lowest percents, like 0, but I just like it because it keeps her a bit closer. Because I guess you don't get too many guaranteed combos, so I just want to keep her close to get more hits and stuff.
Okay. All right. So here, this is kind of the interaction I want to see. Well, I was hoping that he would approach you, but
See, I just gave up.
I don't think you
and
should ever do this, by
started
the way.
approaching.
Like when he's on a platform, I wouldn't attack him with a full hop aerial unless it's like a spaced back air. Because like now you're in the bad position when you land. You see.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think it's kind of risky, but then again, you got to kill because he jumped back into you.
Yeah,
'Cause
we
what he,
played.
sometimes he shield grabs. Like he'll shield on a platform, and he'll wait for you to aerial into his shield, and then he'll grab it.
Yeah, that's definitely happened to me before.
okay. So you're up right now.
Yeah, this.
Okay. So here, all right. He goes for the delayed back air, so that his landing's safe. He knows he's invincible. And now I'm gonna see what he does.
Was about to not be.
Oh, okay. Didn't do anything. I guess he noticed that he landed without there, okay, so he hits the delayed back air. Wow.
Yeah, that wasn't too good of me. I just like threw out a laser when I was like pretty close to him.
So he's doing these aerials that cover, I guess, tech in place and a tech roll in. And that's how he's covering, and he's just accepting the fact, and I guess no tech. And he's accepting the fact that if you tech roll away, that's okay.
Mhm.
And he's keeping it a simple reaction.
Yeah, you also have to keep in mind that we have played many times. So like, he knows some of my habits, and I know some of his habits and stuff like that.
Okay.
You have you beaten him? I remember he used to like win every once in a while, but like it's been a while, right?
Yeah, I've only beaten him once or twice in the past like year or two, I think.
It's pretty hard.
Yep.
Okay, so there's that.
See, like you did that again. See, I don't think you should do that. Now you're getting punished.
Yeah, that's just bad of me.
Well,
should-
okay. Let's talk about why. So, you're approaching, and I guess you understand that you don't want him to be in that space, coming down right there and cornering you, right?
Well, I just get impatient. I'm like, all right, let me see if I can go in now, and then he's still just like waiting for me on the platform. So I think that I've waited long enough, but he's still just waiting for me to come in. So I just fall into the bait.
So you're kind of using like a timing, a mechanic, I guess, for your decisions.
Well, you can't just like, sit there and laser forever, or else, like I said, he'll start like
You could So you know what you could do against him?
approaching.
He doesn't shield drop, so you could just wave land and try to grab him. Like wave land behind him, wherever he is on the platform, and then he'll because he'll be crouching or shielding. So all he can do is up smash out a shield, maybe.
True.
But if you space it, then you can dodge that, and then you can just try to force a grab because he won't shield drop when you land on the platform.
Yeah, that's true.
One thing I think is that I feel like naring up there isn't. I don't think the problem is that you're doing this nair. I think you could like fade back and maybe not land on the platform, but I think what's happening, Colbol, is you're nairing from too far away, and so he's just able to react to it. If one of the big things about fighting Jigglypuff is like punishing her indirectly, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So he's
Well, no, not really.
okay. So there's like a direct punish which you can get on, I guess like characters that, well, you can do it on Puff too. But basically, when someone attacks you in an unsafe way and leaves himself open, like Marth doing an F smash or Peach doing a down smash, and you're close enough to get like a drill, shine, up smash or
Right.
something like that, that's a direct punish. But a lot of Puff's like weaknesses revolve around punishing her indirectly. So versus Fox specifically, if because she can't really react to him when he's close to her, she can't react to like his attacks. One of the things she has problems with is when Fox just takes space. So like right here, he's shielding, so he's not really able to. I guess he doesn't have too many options, especially since Hungrybox doesn't shield drop. So there he can wave dash like he did, or he can jump into this space, but Puff can't fall down. So it's really easy for you to take this space like you did, and then just kind of react to what he does next, because there's nothing that he can do to pressure you fast, if that makes sense.
I agree. Oh, you could also probably Waveland Shine grab him.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like, instead of just going for a fully committed nair, just maybe like
I don't think you should ever do that, personally.
jump to the
Well,
edge of the platform and like.
Because the nair is, he can punish that in a lot of ways. Because like if you do want to do an aerial, I would do a back air and space it so that he can't shield grab it, or like maybe land behind him with the back air.
I feel like you don't have to attack him up there because you're so far away that when you approach, it's going to be easy for him to react to you jumping in this space.
You could go
down
on
an aerial.
and up tilt something, because he can't easily punish that. He'll have to jump away from the platform, basically, and then you can try to catch him with an up air or something when he does it.
Yeah.
I don't know. There's a lot of possibilities.
Yeah, I think that him being right here is, and you being right here is honestly not that bad for you, just because most of the time, if Puff's here in the air, that's a bad position, and so I can understand why that would feel uncomfortable. But really, he can drop down and attack right here, or he can jump, but all of that, he's not going to be able to hit you when you're right here, and he's, like, you can react to him doing that, basically. So if he jumps, if he falls down, then you can punish him for those things, but by just waiting, basically, if that makes sense. If you attack right away, that's something that he could react to, and it's basically this mix-up that you don't have to even engage in. Like, if you just wait here, he has to make a move because he feels pressure that you can just nair him, and he has to actually do something, and if he gives up space, you can indirectly punish him by taking space. If he jumps here, you can, like, run underneath him and hit him, or stay here and try to hit him, so it's a mix-up, but I feel like you have the advantage there. And if he drops through, you can also like see what he does next, I guess, and punish him. So I think that's a concept that a lot of people haven't thought about too much, just because most people don't study the Puff matchup.
Yeah. It was just like I said, too aggressive on my part.
Okay. Well, in this, let's not talk about what you did or you specifically, but let's just talk about Puff Fox in the situation. I guess that's where I'm trying to go. So you, Colin, you think that jumping up and then doing something on the platform is pretty good? And
well, I mean,
what do you think about it? I guess now that we're pausing it and you see,
well,
the situation.
obviously, now that you can see the exact situation, like, you can see more options, but, like, if I, instead of did a nair, just, like, wave landed down on the platform or something, he would have maybe still done the same thing and, like, tried to grab, and then I could have punished him for that grab, or instead of even doing that, I could have, like, stayed back, where I am and, like, shoot more lasers and try to get him to, like, come to me.
Gotcha.
But what I ended up doing at the time, was the wrong thing to do.
Alright, just grab.
And then there's always, like, mixing up your recovery and stuff.
So you see how he likes to stay on the stage and react to upbeats? You could use that to your advantage. If you jump out like really too far for him to cover on reaction, and then you can upbeat it.
Yeah.
He almost never covers edge when you upbeat. Also, he likes to stay on the stage and cover all those options. So you should mix in your recovery, like jumping out kind of far and then upbeating and going for the edge.
Yeah. Fox has so many recovery mix-ups that
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
if you use them all correctly, it makes it really hard to edge guard him.
Yeah.
You could also do a side B and then edge cancel it on the platform. Like he likes to either rest the lag when you land on the platform, or like he preemptively goes there and like tries to ferret.
Yeah, yeah,
But then if he tries to ferret, you can shorten and then grab the edge a lot of times.
yeah. Shorten is good too.
Okay. Well, um, I think the situation I was looking for, I guess an analysis. It seems like you're kind of dictating where y'all fight, more so because you're going for center control a lot, and then doing I guess attack and approach mix-ups. So I think I'm gonna have to change to what I'm looking for to dealing with Fox approaches, because it seems like that's kind of the game y'all are playing, right?
Yeah, I mean, like, I feel like Jigglypuff is one of those characters whose strategy against Fox kind of revolves around waiting for him to approach, I guess.
Yeah.
Just like being ready for all of his approach options uh, and so um,
Yeah, that's really interesting. He does this like early nair here. Hungrybox doesn't really do a lot of preemptive aerials like this, so I guess he's feeling that you're attacking him a lot, and his goal in doing these aerials is, I think it's more of like a bait to try to get you to approach, but also
yeah.
also covering your attacking options, because you seem to be being pretty aggressive here. So he's doing a lot earlier aerials, and here, this is a classic Puff situation. Let me go over it real quick. So he gets an early aerial here. He attacks this space right here. So after he hits Fox, it becomes this like I said, the most classic mix-up situation ever. So when he hits you with an aerial there and you're at 0, Puff has to almost always fade back.
Exactly.
And
yeah.
give up space, because she can't be attacked, or sorry, she can't like stay in that space because she gets directly punished. So
That's.
Fox, sorry, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, yeah, like that's Fox's ideal situation is when you guys are both right next to each other, and Fox can just like, hit you with a bunch of aerials. But normally Jigglypuff is really good at being elusive, and like Hungrybox does, like he just gets out of there right away, so that doesn't happen.
Right, and so in this situation, if Puff is always going to fade back like this, she could also back air when she's landing, so you can't necessarily like run and full on punish her.
Exactly. Yeah.
When she lands. So
back air is really good.
It becomes this thing where you can laser or something, but the idea is to take space and get closer, and then she has to give up even more space, or try to attack you, but you're at a percent where you can just crouch cancel it and then still punish her. So by indirectly punishing here and just like coming forward here and then reacting to what he does next, he has to give up so much space because he's cornered, basically.
Mm-hmm.
Or if you think that Puff's not going to fade away, so basically that's Puff's answer if she thinks you're going to try to directly punish her. But if you don't, then she can start staying in this space and then punishing you for not. So here, when you go for this back air, you're covering the mix-up of her not fading back, right?
Yeah, because if he does fade back, then I think that I'll have enough time to like still be safe, so it doesn't really cost me anything to go for the back air.
Well, I'm gonna make a guess here, because I don't know how this turns out. We don't know how this passes. But by aerialing, you've now committed to something, and he's landed, but he can still go for either an attack or maybe I doubt he has enough time to punish you super directly, but he can definitely put pressure on you. Like now, you're here, you've just aerialed, and you're probably going to give up space. That'd be my guess. Is that you're gonna distance yourself from him because you feel like, I'm not gonna get punished directly, but he can get closer or threaten something, so I have to give up space here and let him come in, versus just walking over there, indirectly taking the space. Now you're not committed to anything, and he has to give up space, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, the way I'm looking at it now is I would just assume that he's gonna back off, I guess, so that I would also back off, because I wouldn't want to just like, attack into his bait
Right.
or whatever. So I feel like I might just run away and try to shoot more lasers or something.
Okay. Well, let's see what happens. Yeah. So he's
Because the mix-up is that he just like stays there or kind of comes toward me a little, whereas if he was going to do that, then I should just go into aggressive mode like right away and like, beat him out with like nairs and back airs and stuff.
right. Yeah, it looks like exactly kind of like you said, where because you committed to that aerial there, you end up having to give up space here because he ended up fading back, so he kind of won that mix up and is able to indirectly he threatens you here, and indirectly he's going to be able to take a little bit of space, and now he's kind of set up in the position that he likes on this platform. You're here, and he's probably going to come down and start threatening more. Let me see. Wow, he gave up so much space from that nair. Oh, wow, that's interesting. You see that?
Mm. What?
Remember before you were over here and you ran and you attacked with the nair and he was able to
Uh-huh.
dash back and punish you? So here, the situation's completely different because you come and take this space and then do the nair, and now he has to give up all the platform space.
I don't remember this.
I get what you're saying.
Yeah, and I think it's because I think you just landed here, but I think it's one of the benefits of coming to that space, like indirectly punishing the fact that he's on this platform waiting for you to attack. So you take the space, and now you're threatening, dashing forward and nairing, and he has to give up all the space on the platform versus dashing. I don't know if you see my mouse, but dashing over here and jumping here, he's able to react to that and punish you. But here he can't react to the fact that you can attack, and so he has to give up all this space. So it's funny that from jumping a little bit closer, you're able to like get exactly what you want versus jumping from a little farther back.
I mean, he still could have just sat there and grabbed me, right? He just
I don't think so.
didn't.
I think you overshot your nair. Let me see. Okay. So you're jumping.
See, he turned around at the last second and like fell through the platform.
Yeah.
But if he didn't,
I think you could have gotten a shine out before he grabbed, right?
I didn't see how early or late I did the nair.
Let's look.
But yeah, it's like you were saying earlier. Like if you do the nair super early, then it's like really unsafe.
Yeah. But it's more, he's not really reacting to the fact that you're nairing here. Where, like, before he can react to the fact that you're jumping in with a nair and wave dash back, it looks like his wave dash back is more of a reaction to where you are. Then once you jump in with a nair, or once you get closer and jump, here he's just reacting to the fact that you're jumping in and attacking his space, and that's why he's giving up and doesn't even want to deal with the situation. Because you can mix up, like, early and late nairs, there's just so many
Right.
ways you can do, and it seems like he thinks that that's a disadvantageous position for him to be in when you're dashing at him that close.
I see.
And it looks like that's the...
Did they make it really short?
I don't know, it looks like that's the one of the differences. So... I guess he likes to be... I guess he's abusing the platform by just sitting there and waiting for someone to attack at him in a way that he can react to. And if you get close enough underneath him with like dashes and stuff, then, or dashing and stopping, then he feels like he has to give up that space, at least for now.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be interesting to see if you continue attacking from that space, what he does to counter that. Okay, getting up here. Man, those jabs on the platform are killing him. Okay.
Lucy, I love it when you say it like that.
Laser.
It's so funny.
I probably should have like retreated, I guess, instead of just stood there.
Yeah. I think, I think that's a concept you get from playing Hungry Box, maybe. Because
Mm.
most foxes would just retreat, and then they're not punishing him just staying here.
Yeah, I didn't know he would like just try to, get so close to me.
Yeah.
So I like kept lasering when he was like pretty close to me.
But that's a pretty cool, or I guess pretty interesting mix-up that you have, that you do versus Puff, which is you laser from this position, and if she doesn't directly approach you and at least take the space,
Uh huh.
then she gets hit with the lasers, right?
Right.
So you're actually punishing her for not doing anything, and you're forcing her to initiate.
Yeah, that's kind of. I think that's probably like essentially what you want to be trying to do all the time with Fox. Is just like anytime there's like any dead time in the neutral game, you're just like constantly racking up lasers so that she feels like she's the one under pressure to like make something happen, instead of you.
Yeah, and that's probably why your playstyle is tough for Puff to fight against, is because you're understanding the mix of her not doing anything, whereas most people will just sit there and let her have this like
Yeah.
safe space. And by lasering and forcing to approach, you're basically like doing that mix up, or I guess making the mix up of you randomly attacking at her pretty good, because
Yeah.
now she doesn't know should she stay back and wait and try to react because you're gonna attack, or if she does that, she's gonna get lasered. If that makes sense.
Exactly. Yeah.
It's perfect.
It's just like a big rock paper scissors thing.
Right, and so H box, whereas I think most Puffs would like hide out under here and then just get hit by a bunch of lasers and then sometimes attack at you, sometimes hit you, but I feel like they lose overall. H box beats this by going on this platform, avoiding lasers, and then hoping that you run underneath him and attack too early. If you don't, then it looks like he just gives up space and then tries to reset the situation.
Normally he's so defensive and stuff that I don't expect him to ever like let himself get this close to me, but as you can see, he's like pretty close to me, which, like I was saying, that's like the ideal situation for Fox, because then he can just like chase her down with like aerials and stuff.
Yeah.
But he just, since I wasn't expecting it, he just like sneaks by me and like goes to the platform, like you were saying.
Yeah. Or ends up getting this grab here.
Oh, never mind.
Up there. Okay, does that same fair? That's cool he didn't land on the platform from that.
So could I have done the edge thing on that up air as well?
Yeah. If you DI to the right, it looks like your focus when you're getting up aired is just to make sure you tech it.
Yeah, I think that's probably what I'm doing wrong.
So I think if you so obviously the ideal situation is to DI the up throw so that you hit the corner of the platform,
Mhm.
because that negates any mix up.
Yeah.
It's really annoying.
But and that's how I think Wizzy was doing it. But here, yeah, you could have probably DI'd a little bit more out. What do you think, Avi, at that percent?
I think you can get it pretty much any percent, like if you just like are ready for it.
Okay.
pretty much.
Okay.
Does
My
K,
experience.
does KJH smash DI it, or does he just?
Yeah.
Okay.
I can't do the up air tech trap on him. Tech trap on him like pretty much ever, unless I up throw him and he's not directly under the platform. So like if I'm doing it right to the immediate right of or left to the platform, like from center stage, but like close enough to where after I up air he goes on the platform. Get what I'm saying?
Okay. So is the
That-
goal for Fox to DI the up throw so that he's in the center, like above the center of the platform?
Like so, I think like the goal should be for him to DI the up air so that he gets off the side.
Okay.
But like when I up throw him and he's not directly under the platform, but like right next to the platform, then I sometimes up air and then the up air knocks them on the platform and they miss
Okay.
it.
Gotcha.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Right.
Okay, so let's see how I get that grab real quick though. I think you just made a guess on your movement.
Yeah, like I think I just went in
Uh,
thinking that I could get away with it, but
yeah. So what happened is he, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, he didn't do a delayed back air when he landed. So I guess that He did a weird like middle back air where he didn't do it early and he didn't delay it like he usually does. He just did it to where he could fall back far enough where you'd have to indirectly punish him as opposed to directly punish him. But you went for the shine, and then that was still okay. But then the second wave dash got the grab. So
I guess I saw that he was like pretty close to me, so I was like, oh, I think I'm close enough to like, you know, be aggressive and like chase him down. But he was able to wave dash back.
okay, it's interesting. He goes for the stage here.
Yeah, I tried to shine stall, but he just like waits for it.
Okay, even Stevens. So before he's been the previous stocks, or at least one before that I noticed. So he's been jumping up here and ferrying in this space, as opposed to going for the ledge.
Mm.
Yeah. Okay, so he's doing a back air.
You know, I like spare nowadays for edge guarding.
Hungry box.
Yeah, because it's like faster than back air, so it's easier to. It gives you a little more time to react to wherever they're going. I think.
It's also out significant. The hitbox is out significantly longer than the back air. Like
Oh.
if he
Yeah,
back
yeah.
aired right there when Colbol shine stalled, then he would have missed and Colbol would have gotten back and probably punished him for it.
It's like a sex kick.
Yeah.
That's kind of embarrassing.
Okay. Tries to go for the same kind of like weird grab situation as before. Yeah. It
Yeah,
doesn't-
we were really close, so that was good for me because I knew he had to like shield or something, and then you know you can grab off of that. But you can't get that much off of it. It's like really slow and choppy for me.
Oh, it is.
Well, it's just like
I'm a ghost.
I don't know.
Yeah, I think it is a little bit. Looks like. Okay, that's it. That's pretty funny.
Seems like I'm missing frames or something.
Oh, on the Skype.
Terrible.
Yeah, I'm like
What Colin did to you.
missing.
Yeah,
Let me-
same with.
Okay, let me stop sharing and reshare my screen. See if that helps. Oops, hang on. Shared the wrong screen. Okay. Can y'all see it?
Yeah.
Okay, tell me if this is any better. Is that at all better?
No.
Not really.
Okay. Huh, I wonder what the problem is.
It's like a strobe light effect.
Oh, really?
Well, it's like we can only see every, you know.
Alright, I sped it up a little bit. Is that better or is it still...
It might be better if you speed it up a little bit. I don't
Yeah.
know.
I sped it up half speed. Is that better?
A little bit,
I'm still not like an expert.
but it's.
Okay, I missed what he did here.
Yeah.
Somehow got a grab or something and the rest of me.
Okay. Oh.
Oh, yeah,
that
that's-
Smash Dash, yeah.
Bad. Yeah.
Okay, it looks like he aerialed above you, and then did the. Let me see. Okay, so he comes down, does the aerial. Oh, he just shields your jab. He just DI'd down and shielded your jab, and you went for the jab up smash. So
Oh God!
Yeah.
It got me.
Just kind of hoping that the jab would connect and the up smash would follow up. But if I had reacted, I could have like grabbed or something.
yeah, that's interesting that he is able to get that off the jab up smash.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Jigs can rest off of almost any smash attack.
Right, but it looks like he was in the air when he got jabbed, but he was still able to get onto the ground. from
Oh,
Can you
show it again?
Okay.
do it.
Oh no, he just crouch canceled. He was on the
Yeah.
ground.
And I think
Yeah.
at this percentage, it's pretty good to whenever you're on the ground, you should be holding down.
Yeah.
Cause just in case of stuff like this, you know.
Yeah, which, you know, it's already a skill that the good Jigglypuff players should have for like other matchups, right? Like
Yeah, especially like Sheik.
Sheik and Marth and shit.
Yeah, actually this is like one of the ways Hungrybox makes it risky to like up smash him. There's always the risk. Of
Yeah, exactly.
Jam for the
So yeah, that's like one of the reasons why people a lot of times play like more conservative against him, like defensive.
Hard, yeah, he's dangerous to up smash, hard to grab, so he's just really hard to kill.
Yeah, there's like always a risk whenever you go in on Hungrybox, you know. So people try not to fight him as far as possible. But then again, that gives him all this room to like.
Yeah, he has all the room in the world to set up like a perfect wall on you,
Yep.
which is kind of it looks like what's happening here.
Yeah, it's so he's using his invincibility, unfortunately. So we don't get to see him close the space while he's not invincible. Which honestly, that was like one of the things I was looking for, but it didn't really happen all match. It was kind of you were getting closer and setting the tone, and then it felt like you would like put yourself in a really good position to start indirectly punish him, close in the space a little bit more, and then attack him and kind of make him pay for giving up so much space. But a lot of times you would get just far enough away that when you attacked, he could react to the fact that you were like going at him, wave dash back, and then your attack, because it was kind of early. A lot of times he would just be able to punish it on reaction. And like we saw that one time where you ended up having like forcing him to give up all that space and ended up killing him. That was, I think, like one of the times where you attacked him from a really close position.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got some viewers in the stream saying about the jab. The jab, they were saying like jab grab or something like that. I'm not sure. I don't know if you can react to the fact that he's shielding and then grab in time, because he could always shield and then like wave dash out. So the grab's not something that's definite, I'm pretty sure.
The thing is, like, he never shields for more than just like a little bit of time. It's just
Yeah.
like a quick thing, just in
He'll
case.
shield and then like roll after. A little bit.
Exact or spot dodge or whatever.
Yeah. Something Leffen does a lot is he like keeps jabbing. I know I've seen that before. But
That's risky though, because he can shield at it.
yeah, that's what I was gonna say. So
Or crouch cancel.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That's what Plup has been getting better at. Is like normally I've been against a lot of other people, I can get away with just like throwing in a bunch of like jabs at random times, but Plup is just like crouch canceling like all the time pretty much. So like any of those random jabs I throw out, he just grabs them.
That's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it looks like HBox is the same thing. So, okay, he came in and then went for a gamble with his up air and was hoping that you jump over him. What happened there?
I think he went forward.
Yeah, so comes down with an up air. You choose the right option, I guess, of dashing back, and so now you've gained.
I could have maybe got him there, but I just missed or something.
Yeah.
Just went too far. Then I got scared, so I wanted to get away from there.
Yeah, it seems like a lot of you reacting to where he's positioning, like I said, is either or is going for a lot of direct punishes, I guess, and instead of indirectly punishing by taking space, you laser as a direct punish. So you either like run in and try to hit him, or you laser, which I think is like